Rated X.
Reddit. We've all been there. Whether you needed help with your computer, to roasting someone because they look like that picture of the chicken with a ponytail. You know it, you love it, or you probably hate it. Not what I know, I'm just one man. Barely. But hey everyone, welcome back to another video today. We're going to be taking a look at 4 posts from the Reddit iceberg that I found the most disgusting / gross, messed up, whatever you want to, however you want to phrase it. These stories aren't very nice, you know. Yeah, I'll just say that viewer discretion is advised if you haven't already gotten it by the Rated X intro. But yes, with all that out of the way, thank you all so much for watching, taking the time to click on the video, stop by, see some messed up shit if you're weird like I am. But yeah, I hope you're all having a great day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Just hope you're enjoying yourself and not hurting yourself or anybody else. And I'll say this one more time. Viewer discretion is definitely advised with this one. Let's go. Strip search. This one was posted on r/ask Reddit. It was detectives of Reddit. What are some of the creepiest cases you've worked on? And this one posted by Luthus33. I think that's how you say that. Goes a little something like this. This happened when I was a newer cop on patrol, long before I became a detective. I was working midnights in a neighborhood with a high violent crime rate, and we got sent to a dispute at a bar. This wasn't just any bar. We always refer to it as the Star Wars Cantina because it was always a shit show. We stopped a rape in progress in the dirt alley behind the same bar not too long after this. I was working with a female that night. We make our way through the bar, systematically booting people out and get to the restrooms. I open the door to the men's room and it's empty. Single stall bathrooms. My female partner goes to open the woman's door, but it's locked. She knocks on the door and the female says, "I'll be out in a minute." We advise her that the bar is closing. Bars close at 4 a.m. in New York. It's pretty fucking wild, and I don't even think they close that late here in Jersey. After a couple of minutes, we began to grow impatient. Female partner knocks on the door again, and the female agrees to open the door. When she comes out, we ask her what took so long. She's not providing any substance in her answers. She's wearing tight yoga pants, and we notice that there was a large bulge in the back of her pants / crotch. And I don't think it's poopy. We believe she was either doing drugs in the bathroom and shoved the rest in her pants, or that it was a weapon. When we question her about it, she was very evasive and won't answer us. Female partner begins to search her. As she pulls the female's pants and shines her flashlight down to look, our partner says, "Fuck!" She sees a baby arm sticking out from the female's vagina and up through her ass cheeks. This chick has been drinking and smoking crack all day. She had a stillborn and continued to stay at the bar and drink / smoke. When the ambulance arrived, they went back into the bathroom with the female, pulled the rest of the baby out of the female and into the toilet bowl. The baby was completely formed, except it never formed a head. Holy fuck. It was just sunken in around the neck. I've seen some crazy shit in my career, like brutal homicides, etc., but that one always stands out the most. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. How fucked up can you be to where you don't know that you have a fully formed child in your body and it's coming out? Unless she knew previously and just never said anything, because there's nothing in the comments or anything to this that acknowledges the fact that she knew. So as far as all of us are concerned, she had no fucking idea, and she was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna fucking get high and drunk all day. God damn, dude, fuck, don't do drugs, man. If you're gonna do drugs, just smoke weed. Just smoke weed, that's it. Be smart about it if you do. Don't even know how to sum this one up. To be honest, I don't either, so we're gonna let Throw QWERTY away explain it for us. This was posted on r/ask Reddit once again. Title is, "Throwaway Time. What's your secret that could literally ruin your life if it came out?" When I was around 10 or 11 years old, one of the maid's daughters, who was probably 13 or 14 at the time, had a pretty weird relationship with me. We both mutually liked each other, but the relationship just couldn't happen because my mother strictly forbid me to associate myself with any of the attendants of their family. Or their family, excuse me. We did some mild petting, I guess. She touched my penis and I played with her. I don't recall any sort of intercourse. Don't even think I was even old enough for that. We had a bunch of dogs in the back area, mainly German Shepherd mutts. I personally love dogs and all sorts of animals, so I frequently spent my time in the back lot with the dogs. I watched the dogs mount each other and was interested in what they were doing. I even once saw one of the dogs lick its own penis and it would grow. And I guess the dog was out after a certain amount of licking. Yeah, it was kind of gross, but I was interested. Dude, what the why are you interested in that? What's wrong with you? You're heading down a dark road full of crimes and fucking court cases and fucking... What the hell's the word? Why can't I... Felonies. Felony charges, my man. Jail time. Prison. I went over to feed the dog and that she was in the back lot helping her mom hang some clothes. I told her about my pretty fucked up idea. I wanted her to get mounted by one of the bigger dogs and she agreed to it. Jesus fucking Christ. Why would you even agree to that? You both are fucked up. You two deserve each other, to be honest. I wanted her to get by one of the bigger dogs and she agreed to it. We waited a couple days when absolutely no one was home except for maybe a couple of the other attendants' kids for her to do it. She stripped down, walked over to one of the bigger dogs and kneeled down on all fours in front of the dog. The dog started sniffing her backside for a few seconds and she got up and ran. The dog then chased after her, jumped on her back. She didn't fully fall face first as she went down on all four again, hands and knees. The dog went on to having sex with her. A few weeks later, I don't know if it was because of my idea or if there were any other causes to leading her to her suicide. To this day, I still think my juvenile mind could have caused the death of another person. Yeah, you don't fucking say, man. I have never had that happen to me, but that seems pretty fucking traumatizing, man. And the fact that you just wouldn't be able to live with yourself after that happened. What the fuck? And people in the comments are just like, I need a break after this one. Holy shit. Somebody said, well, there was some fetching. Oh, God.
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
But Jesus Christ, man. Like, again, doing weird shit as a kid, I completely understand that. You know, especially if you grew up before technology, you didn't have all this shit in the palm of your hand. You had to go out and make your own entertainment. But good fucking God, me and my friends never thought about, hey, one of us should get a butt fucked by a dog. Like, no, dude, that's not okay. It's fucking gross. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, this one's gonna be kind of a long one, so buckle up. I'd say get a snack, but no, please don't eat during this, especially during this one, man, because this is just fucking, dude, what the hell? My endless access to female shit. This is posted on r/coprofiles or coprofiles. I don't really care how to say the name properly because if you don't know what that is, it is a kink where you enjoy some poopy, some poopy, some Hershey squirts, you know, maybe a Cleveland steamer every now and then. But yeah, this was posted by you/backside worshiper. This guy, man, the story speaks for itself. I have no words for how fucking twisted this guy is. It's so fucking disgusting. Like, why, man? Like, I get people are into what they're into, you know, but just, dude, to the extent this motherfucker went, it's fucking unreal, man. It's a whole nother level. This was posted. I found this on the Wayback Machine because it was deleted from the website, which as fucking should be, even though Reddit's a fucking weird, twisted place, but at least it's a little more monetized now. But anyway, on to the post. I am a white male living in an Asian country. That's about the extent of my personal details I am willing to share, but I wanted to tell the world about how I became the luckiest man in the world and how I found how I could get girls' shit on demand. Jesus Christ. God has abandoned us, ladies and gentlemen. It started a year ago when the weather turned cold. I was using a public bathroom and stepped out, realizing the rather discreet location had an opportunity for me to sneak in and out of the woman's bathroom without detection. My jacket was gender neutral and I could easily cover up in the cold and sneak out if I had to. I tried it once and sat in the pink cubicle by the squat toilets and delightfully heard the sounds of a woman's heels as she entered, went into the stall next to me, and relieved herself. I was hooked. I then realized I could do a little better with my disguise. One evening, I went to a local store and purchased some thick winter leggings. I later added all kinds of female clothing articles to my repertoire to aid in my access to the woman's bathroom. At first, I just listened, but after a while, I started using a secret video app on my phone and recording the woman's business under the stall. In a squat toilet, the situation was ideal. I didn't see a face, she couldn't see me, and I got an unfettered side of ass and occasionally pussy lips. The lighting was less than ideal. The latch on the stall was faulty, so someone could walk in on me at any time. I decided I needed to change locations. I kept buying more clothes, a pink scarf, a white beanie, a pink down jacket on sale. I mean, hey man, at least you gotta get those deals. Gotta get those deals, man. You want that nice jacket? Gotta get those deals. Always gotta get the deals. All opportunity purchases. Soon, I was more or less passable, at least at night. I spent many boring evenings wandering around my block trying to find public bathrooms. I found a rather hidden one that became my regular location for several months. One day, I felt emboldened and decided to venture out during the day. Before, I had to use a rather large scarf to cover up my facial hair, but this time I decided to use a medical mask, as the practice is fairly normal in this Asian country. I ended up wandering into a new bathroom. Fortunately, there was a bathroom attendant there, so I knew I couldn't linger. But upon opening the nearest stall door, I found myself staring at the biggest dump I had ever seen. I was in awe. It was like Christmas. I didn't have a clue how I planned to take it back, so I took toilet paper, wrapped it up, and carefully placed it in my jacket pocket. At home, I took it out and found much it had stuck to the toilet paper. Determined, I picked at it until most of it was gone, then furiously rubbed it all over myself and rubbed one out. It was amazing. After that, I knew I had to somehow get more, though I didn't know how. Yeah, just don't do it. Just don't get more, man. Just stop. Stop. All right? Just fucking use your own shit. I don't know. Just, how about don't do it at all? Don't do it at all. What the fuck, man? I returned to my habit of voyeurism for some time, listening to the sounds of women and catching what I missed afterward by looking at the videos I had recorded. I always tried to enter when no one was around, and then I would check each stall to see if someone didn't flush, but I had very little luck over the next couple months. Soon the weather started to change, and I moved apartments to a new area. One of the last purchases in my old area was a woman's hair wig, which would help my passability considerably. Okay. One fine morning, I walked in my female form to the nearest public bathroom. It was larger than the other ones and in a pretty public place. 5 squat toilets and 1 western toilet in the corner, whatever that means.
This is a western toilet.
I squatted down in a stall and found the lighting perfect. There was music on, so my crawling about wouldn't be so easily noticed, but still quiet though. I could hear the farts, streams of piss, and crackling of the shit coming out. Over the next hour or so, people came and went, so many took shits. The spaces between the stalls were closer together, and there was a little more space under. Had I wanted, or dared, I could have slipped my arm under and caught the shit with my hands. I take calculated risks, though, and would never, even though I found the fantasy appealing. I knew I had found my new spot. Unfortunately, though, with the weather warming, I wouldn't have much of a chance to enjoy it until the following cold season. As it warmed up, it became harder for me to be passable on the street. Hiding behind layers of clothes, I found another toilet further away that was rather hidden and could visit in a pinch because it was open 24/7. But after coming home, sweating from my wig and jacket, I knew the season had at last come to a close. I did, however, realize that this toilet and the one my new spot both had knobs that controlled the water flow. A perfect tool to shit farm. This dude's doing way too much, man. This guy needs to stop. During the spring, my desire for shit did not go away, and I lamented. I couldn't visit the public toilets. I reached out to Craigslist, and by pure chance, a woman responded. Over several weeks, I convinced her to give me her shit for $30. Well, shit, man. You know, if somebody was like, "Hey, I'll buy your shit for $30," I'd be like, "All right, fine. Fuck it, upcharge it, 60, baby. What consistency do you want?" I'm gonna stop. I met her on a public street, and she handed me over a Tupperware container with a small but decent load inside. I came home and chewed on the soft shit, which was surprisingly mild in flavor, and played with myself. I never swallowed, nor do I, mainly because it does not fulfill any particular desire of mine. Just play, smear, chew, and masturbate with it. Several weeks later, I convinced her to come to my house and shit on me for the equivalent of $62. I had a great time, and so over the next month, we met twice more. Each time, I came up with a new fantasy I wanted to try out. She's not a looker and fairly low class. Hey man, fuck you. You have no room to judge people, bro. You do things with poopy. So the money helps her, and she helps me by providing what I could never get. Summer came, and I left the country to visit home. I returned some time later, and we continued to meet a half dozen more times. That takes us to recently, when the mercury has dropped considerably. Since then, I discovered online shopping and now have fake breasts, eyeliner, and even a pussy mold, so I can wear tighter fabrics out and strut my stuff on the way to the toilet. My regular routine, maybe 2 times a week, is to get all dressed and saunter down to my favorite WC water closet. Inside, I immediately go in a stall, turn off the water, and flush so that there is no water left in the tank. And then I wait to sneak into an adjacent stall so that I can perch until someone takes a shit in a pond trying to flush, discovers there is no water, and quickly runs out embarrassed. I am then allowed to sneak back in, scoop up the shit with a spoon into containers, and put them in my purse and come home. I have done it so many times it is easy and without real risk, aside from the janitors who come in and clean the bathroom now and again. Thanks to this situation, I can usually have a pile of warm shit ready for play within an hour and a half of deciding I'm craving a nice load. Some are soft, some are hard, some are light, some are dark. And now I've tasted a good sample of different Asian shits. I feel I have discovered the basic 4 or 5 types of flavors I encounter and have to love them all. I've come to love the Jesus fucking goddamn, I want to die. And that is how I have come to have an endless supply of female shit. P.S. Yes, I still see this woman Jane regularly. She is in fact on her way here this very moment. In case you are wondering, all of the details here are 100% truth. I have not told a single person about my fetish aside from Jane or pastime, but I thought you all deserved to know. It is possible. TLDR, I dress up as a girl, turn off the flush, and collect women's shit. This motherfucker has gone so fucking far to get this shit. Like, bro, just... We have the internet, okay? Just do the Craigslist thing. Don't go to fucking stalls and go steal shit, because one, that's illegal. Holy shit, like extremely. You fucking sick bastard. And it's just not right, man. It's gross. It's fucking gross, all right? And even people in the comments are like, they're saying things like, you know, I hope someone catches you. You go to prison. You're a sick fuck. And somebody said, I wish I had a girlfriend like you. I'm so lonely. Okay. Yeah, and just basically calling the guy a fucking scumbag and a gross bastard. And yeah, if you're gonna do this shit, you're gonna go this far, pull some illegal stuff just to satisfy a fetish that you have, when clearly you have a girlfriend that'll do it for you, consenting, and all legal. You're just gonna say, nah, fuck that. You deserve a special place in hell, my friend. I don't even think hell would want you. Just put your ass in like limbo. Okay, the last one. This one I will say, huge viewer discretion advised. This deals with rape, pedophilia, sexual assault, all things like that. So I know a lot of people are sensitive to that stuff. So if you don't want to hear anything about it, click off right now or go to the timestamp below so you can skip to the ending of the video, you know, where I give my goodbyes and all that stuff. So here we go. OP is pure evil. This one was posted in r/confessions by Patometer. I don't know when specifically this was shared because it's on the Wayback Machine. So September 18, 2015. That's what it says in the top corner. So I guess that's when it was. But this, I just want to get through this one as quick as I can because not only is it sickening, but it makes me physically fucking angry. Like, I want to put a hole through my fucking computer and through this guy's whole entire existence. But let's just fucking get into this shit. Alright. I am an active... Before the morality police jump on me, I'll point out that this is the confessions subreddit and that I'm posting because I normally have to keep this secret, and I felt like it would be liberating to just say openly what I'm into and what I do. And if you want to be retarded and judgmental, you can just go fuck off. I know that my preferences and actions aren't consistent with traditional morality, but of course that's all relative to culture. And it's just been my bad luck to live in a time and place where my sexual preferences are considered taboo. So I am an active, which means that I regularly have. My preference is for children between the ages of 7 and 12. Professionally, I am a psychologist, a child psychologist at that, Jesus. I have 2 PhDs and I work part-time as an adjunct. What the hell does that mean? Okay, so I looked up adjunct and it means to be like a pretty big part or like an essential part of something. At a major research university. Obviously, it's part of my job to understand how kids think, and my work has put me in contact with hundreds of children over the years. I've only had a small percentage of them, those whom I can be reasonably confident won't tell anyone, and whom I believe may enjoy the experience. Of course, is a complex issue, but while I find it fascinating from a scientific standpoint of view, my desire to is basically independent from my scientific/professional interest in them. And in general, I don't care whether my actions will harm the child when I choose to get with him or her. I have 2 daughters. Oh, Jesus Christ. Age 9 and 16. I have never touched a 16-year-old. Their mother, my wife, died from breast cancer 3 years ago. The older one goes to a boarding school in Michigan where she studies flute. Oh, like Squidward. Nah, he did the clarinet. Fuck! I have been having regular with the younger one since she was 6. Oh my dude! Come on! I don't necessarily prefer boys or girls. Both are attractive to me. I have always been attracted to children. Since I myself was a child, I guess as I grew older, I never stopped finding people of that particular age range sexually desirable. I suppose I generally prefer consensual sex, although I find forced scenarios also arousing. I don't keep a tally, but I estimate that I have had some form of with 50 to 60 children. Full penetration with approximately 20 girls, with 3 girls, and with about a dozen boys. I would classify 5 of those encounters as, but the vast majority were in the gray area of consent, as is generally the case with children. I suppose that some readers may find interesting is that I have met several other who have similar preferences to mine. I suppose that many of you would be surprised about several things that I have learned in my interactions with other. First, about how many secret there are, how exceedingly common this sexual preference is. Second, how common is. Oh, God. Third, how often the child enjoys it. Fuck you. No, they don't. And fourth, how easy it is to get away with it. That's the worst fucking part, man. In a society that basically treats pedophiles like witches, if anybody wants to ask me details, note, I will not stupidly reveal any identifying information. So don't bother trying to trick me into giving up my address. Then feel free to PM me, and I'm happy to give you answers to my questions. I just have one question, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Pedophilia, anything like that, any sexual acts or anything towards a child or anyone under the age of 18 is not fucking okay. It doesn't even matter if they're like, oh, it's okay if they consent to it, because they don't they're too fucking young to know what consent is, my man. Okay? And the fact you're like, oh, it's in the gray area. Like, no, fuck that. And it's so easy to get away with it. No, that, God, dude. Oh, it hurts me. Like, I hate this shit. I hate anything to do with pedophiles or, just rape, anything like that. And the whole MAPS thing, minor attracted persons that try to become a thing for a while. I don't think they're still trying to be a thing anymore. Like, trying to be in the whole, like, LGBTQ plus thing. Fucking ridiculous. It will never be accepted. You're a sick fucking person. You should probably get shot in the face. But if you can get help, that's fine. Get your help. Get your shit right. How this motherfucker has not been arrested yet, I don't know. I feel terrible for his daughter that she has to go through that at such a young age, just in general. The other daughter probably has no idea about it, because it's not, I guarantee the younger one probably didn't tell her. Man, I will never understand how people can be this sick and twisted and prey on such like pure minds, you know? They're just little kids. They don't know. They don't really know anything. Ah, man. But Jesus Christ, I'm so fucking happy that I'm finally done that one. People in the comments are calling him a piece of trash, as you fucking would expect. Who wouldn't call him a piece of trash? If you agree with this guy, get the fuck out of here. You can politely exit this planet at any time you please. I'll help you with it, quite frankly. But yeah, I'm done now. I'm done. I'm gonna go pour me a big old drink, smoke a fat bowl, and try to forget this sick son of a bitch that we have just read about. But thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry if this put a damper on your day. Reading this fucking last one really put me in a fucking shit mood. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you stuck around till the end, I really appreciate it. Again, I'm gonna start, or at least I want to do more videos like this, you know, reacting to you know, other horror things, or doing, you know, like top 5 fucked up Reddit posts, or just any kind of things like that, just to branch out and, you know, really extend my roots, see how far my arms can go. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.